All right, if you're a business owner, you've probably felt like modern marketing is a whole other language, right? Well, today, we're going to change that. We're going to translate all that confusing jargon into a super clear guide that actually gets you more customers. Let's dive in. So, does this look familiar? SEO, GEO, AEO. It's this crazy alphabet soup of acronyms. And you know what? It's designed to be a little overwhelming. It's so easy to feel lost when all you're trying to do is get your business found online. But here's the good news. We are going to cut right through all of that noise. The goal here is to turn that confusion into total confidence, giving you a straightforward roadmap to real, measurable growth for your business. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll decode that marketing alphabet soup. Then I'll give you a simple analogy to make it all click, your digital marketing car. After that, we'll talk about getting local customers, like right now. We'll cover how to hire a marketing partner you can trust, and finally, the most important part, how to know if any of this stuff is actually making you money. Okay, let's tackle that jargon head-on. Don't think of it as just a confusing list of acronyms. Think of it as a toolbox, and once you know what each tool does, you can start building something really powerful. So the big one, the one everyone's heard of, is SEO, search engine optimization. The best way to think about it is this. When someone searches on Google, your website is basically applying for a job, and Google is the toughest hiring manager on the planet. SEO is everything you do to make your website the absolute #1 most qualified candidate for that job, so you end up at the top of the list. Okay, so to make these ideas really stick and not just be a bunch of abstract terms, let's use an analogy. I want you to picture your entire digital marketing effort as a brand new, high-tech car. And our little story here, SEO, is the car itself. It's the whole vehicle. I mean, you can't go anywhere without it, right? A fast, well-built, technically solid website, that's your engine, your tires, your frame. It's the absolute foundation that everything else relies on. Now let's look at the features of this car. Local SEO. That's your registration and your VIN number. It proves to Google that you're a real, legitimate business in a specific town. Then you've got Google Maps, which is literally your dashboard navigation system, showing people exactly where you are and how to get there. AEO, or Answer Engine Optimization, is like the voice command. Someone asks their phone a question, and your business provides the direct answer. And finally, GEO, Generative Engine Optimization. This is the future, right here. It's the car's super smart AI trip planner. It doesn't just show your location, it analyzes everything and actively recommends you as the best possible choice. So, you've got this amazing car. Where do you drive it first? Well, for pretty much any small business, the answer is your own neighborhood. So let's talk about the fastest way to get local customers walking through your door. And here's the key thing to remember. For quick results, you don't need to be the best in the entire world. You just have to be the best choice for the person down the street. So step 1 is simple. Win the map. That means pouring your energy into your Google business profile. Think of it as your digital storefront. And step 2 is to build that solid foundation with local SEO, making sure your name, address, and phone number are correct absolutely everywhere online. Now, you might not want to drive this car all by yourself, and that makes perfect sense. That's where a marketing agency comes in. But how do you find a co-pilot who's actually going to help you get where you want to go, someone you can really trust? I really want you to hear this because it's so important. Some agencies will use all that confusing jargon on purpose. They use that complexity as a smokescreen to hide the fact that, well, they're not really doing much of anything. A partner you can trust will always make things simple and clear. So here are the questions you need to ask to blow away that smokescreen. The magic word here is specificity. Ask them, how do you define success for my business, specifically? Don't let them get away with vague answers. Make them connect every single thing they do directly to your actual business goals, like more phone calls or more people booking appointments. And that brings us to this, one of the most important slides today. You have to know the difference between real goals and what we call vanity metrics. An agency might get really excited about thousands of impressions or clicks, but listen, if those clicks aren't turning into phone calls or contact form submissions or actual people walking in your door, they're just feel-good numbers. They don't pay the bills. Okay, so you've hired your co-pilot. Now, how do you look at the dashboard and know for sure that you're actually moving forward? Let's talk about how to measure what really, truly matters. So what are you actually paying for? It's not some secret magic. A good agency builds a custom blueprint just for you. They get under the hood and fix your website's technical foundation. They work on winning the neighborhood by managing your Google profile. They create helpful content that makes you the go-to authority. And most importantly, they give you a clear, simple scorecard that shows exactly how their work is helping you reach your goals. Now, this is where it gets a little more advanced, but it's where everything is heading. To become that trusted source for AI, which is the whole point of GEO, your agency has to do some specific technical work. They need to add special code to your site. You'll hear them call it structured markup or schema. All that really means is they're adding little labels to your website's content that translates it into a language the AI can understand perfectly. That's how you become a citable expert in those new AI-generated answers.
So after all that, how do you grade your agency? It really comes down to just 3 things. Number 1, results. Are the numbers that matter to you going up? Simple. Number 2, communication. Do they explain what they're doing in plain English you can actually understand? And 3, reporting. Are their reports crystal clear, or do they just leave you feeling more confused? If you can give them a thumbs up on all 3, you found a great partner.
And that really brings us to the final question I want to leave you with. For years, marketing was all about just getting your name on a long list of search results. But today, with AI changing everything, that's just not enough. So you have to ask yourself, is my marketing just getting my business found, or is it positioning my business as the definitive, trusted answer my customers are searching for?